everyone. So in today's lesson, we are going to learn about the cast rule or trigonometry cast rule, which is widely used in IGCSE, DSE, and many other boards, wherever we are having trigonometry. Trigonometry cast diagram. So for that, we'll draw the four quadrants. As suggested, this will be the first quadrant, this is second, this is gonna be the third, and this is gonna be the fourth quadrant. And the cast means this will be C, the fourth quadrant will be C, A, S, and T. This is cast. C stand for cos, A stand for A stand for all, S stand for sine, and T stand for 10. Okay. And now let's see this. The first quadrant, that means in that all the trigonometric identities will be positive. And the first quadrant will lie between 0 to 90 degree. 0 to 90 degree. The second quadrant will be lying for 90 to 180, 90 to 180. And the third quadrant will be lying from 180 to 270. And the fourth quadrant will be lying for 270 to 360. So this is 90, 180, 180, 270, and 360. Hope everything clear until here. Now let's just learn how to use it. Keep remember in your head that whenever it's 90 and 270 change. We change. Sine will be changed into cos, and then cos will change into, and 10 will change into 1 over 10. Okay. And 180 and 360, no change. Let's learn it better with some of the trigonometric identities. For example, if we have to find the value of sine x, which is 0.5, and here we are supposed to find the value of x. And whenever these kind of the question, there will be two values of x. Because if the value lie, x value will lie from 0 to 360. I mean, any value between 0 to 360, then it will be having two value. Why it will be having two values? Because this 0.5 is a positive number, and sine is having positive values. Positive Sine is positive in the first and the second quadrant. So x will be sine inverse 0.5, and we know the value of 0.5 is 30. Yeah. So for the second value, I told you when it's 180 and 360, no change. So what we will be doing, 180 minus 30, which is 150. So the value of x will be 30 and 150 if it's coming in this range. I hope that's clear. Now let's do the another question to make it understand better. Now cos x is equals to 0.6. So if x will be, and the same x value will be range from 0 to 360. So x will be cos inverse 0.6, which is 0.6, which is 59.0. Cos inverse 0.6 will be integral. Yeah, it's 53.1. So 53.1. And by the cast rule, we know, again, same way, cast will always be like this, CAST. So we know that the cos is positive in the first and the fourth quadrant. So the next value will be 360 minus 53.1. So 360 minus 53.1, which is 306.9. So in this case, x will be 53.1 and 306.9. I hope that's clear too. Now let's do it 10. So 10 x is equals to 1.2 and the value of x is again between 0 to 360. So for that, we are supposed to find the value of x, which is 10 inverse x. As I told you before, we'll do the cast again. And by that, we can see the 10 is positive in the first and the third quadrant. Okay. So the value will be 1.2. So x will be 10 inverse 1.2 is 50.42. We can round up 50.2 degrees. And the another value will be because it's 180 plus 180. Third quadrant is 180 plus 50.2, which is 230.2. I hope it's clear. Now let's do it any negative number. So sine x is negative 0.2. Again, the cast rule. So negative sine is not negative in the first and second quadrant. It's negative in third and fourth quadrant. So here the value we have to check it for third and fourth quadrant. Third quadrant means 180 plus, fourth quadrant is 360 minus. So x will be sine inverse negative 0.2. Here we don't need to do anything with the negative sign. We directly find the value of 0.2 by putting it in the calculator, and the negative will decide which quadrant we have to look into it. Okay, so there are three things we need to check. One is we have to check the negative or positive sign, which will decide that which quadrant any value will lie. The other thing, if it's 90 or 270, then we have to change it. And if it's 183, 60, we don't need to make any changes. And it's mostly like 180. Try to find from 180 and 360 so that there would be lesser confusion about changing it into the sine to cos or cos to sine or 10 to 1 over 10. Okay, so let's just find it. Sine inverse 0.2 negative, so it's gonna give you 11.5, which is 11.5. And as I before, but we cannot put the 11.5 because sine 0.2 value is 11.5. Okay, so that is but if it's a positive, but the here the value is negative. So what we will be doing, the x value will be, I shouldn't write like this. X, this value is 11.5. So in this case, as it's a negative number, so we are supposed to put it 180. So x will be 180 plus 11.5 and 360 minus 11.5. Okay, I hope it's clear because it's a negative. No, because it's a negative number, so we cannot put 11.5 because 11.5 is lesser than 90. which should come in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, sign value is not positive. It's positive, not negative. Okay. So the value of x in this case is 191.5 and 348.5. Now, same way, let's do it for the cos. So cos x is 0 - 0.4. So, and again it's 0 to 360. So we'll find the value of cos inverse 0.4. Here, look at this, it's a positive. So we'll just do cos inverse zero point 0.4, which is 66.4. But we know by the cast rule again that the value of cos is negative in second and third quadrant. Second and third quadrant means 180. Negative is in 90 plus, and then it's 180 plus. Okay, or we can do 180 minus and 180 plus. That's the best thing. So to find the value of this, x is equals to 180 plus 66.4 and 180 minus 66.4, which is 113.6 and 246. Let's do another example for the 10. So 10x is negative 1.6. So 10 in, we again find it, 10 inverse 1.6, but 10 inverse positive 1.6, we'll find it first, which is 10 inverse 1.6 is 57.9. We 99, so we can write it 58.0 degree. And we know that 10 is negative in the again cast tool CAST. In second and the fourth quadrant, for the second quadrant, we have to do 180 minus 58 and then 360 minus 58. So which gonna be 122 and 302, the value of x. I hope that's clear too. Now let's do a little bit of complex equations. So to make it easier, I will be doing it this form. So again, the value is between x value is between x 360 for all of them. Let's do it together. 360. We have to find the equations are this: 2 sine x minus 1 is equals to 0.3, and the another equation is 3 cos x plus 4 is equals to 6.8, and the other equations is, wait, yeah, let's do these two first. So 2 sine x 2 sine x is equals to 0.3 plus 1, which is sine x gonna be 1.3 over 2, which is 0.65. And again, we'll see, let's draw the cast tool for both. CAST, CAST. As it's a positive number, it's going to be first and the second quadrant. For the first quadrant, we can easily find the value of x, which is 0. Sine inverse 0.65. So sine inverse 0.65 is 40.54. So 40.4, and it's a second quadrant. The second quadrant is 90 plus. So 90 plus 40.5, which is 40.5 and 139 point. These are the values. What's your answer? For the second, let's solve the second one. Here, cos x will be 6.8 minus 4 over 3, which is 6.8 minus 4 over 3, which is 0.93. So 0.93 x will be cos inverse 0.93. So the values of x will be cos inverse 0.90, and it's gonna be because of that positive value for the cos, so it's gonna be first and the fourth quadrant. For first quadrant normally, for the fourth quadrant it's 360 minus. So again do the same way. Find the value of cos inverse 0.93, which is 21.56, 21.6, and another value we have to find by subtracting from 360. So the values are 21.6 and 338.4. Hope that's clear too. So this is how we are supposed to find the values. Let's do one question for the I mean 90 and 270 without like putting any numbers. Let's do it with the theta. So the question is sine square 90 plus theta minus cos 270. It's a trigonometric identity. So simplify these equations and cos again 90 plus theta. Draw the cast again, same way. CST. So sine 90 plus theta, because sine whenever it's 90, it's gonna change into cos. So here we have to see these things. So 90, so it's gonna be change it into cos. So cos square 90 plus sine 90 plus theta is cos theta, and 90 plus theta sine will be positive in the second quadrant. So it will be remain positive. So it's gonna be cos square theta minus 270 plus theta. Cos, whenever it's 270, 90 and 270, cos will change into sine. So it's gonna be sine 270 plus theta. So 270 means it's this quadrant, 270 plus gonna be the fourth quadrant where cos is positive. So here we don't need to we have to check the cos is positive or negative, not the sine. Okay, because originally it's cos. So then it's gonna be sine theta. Now we will be checking cos 90 plus theta. So cos 90 plus theta gonna be sine, and cos 90 plus cos is negative in the second quadrant. Cos 90 plus theta, 90 plus theta means second quadrant where cos is negative. So that's why we have to put negative sign. So then it's cos squared theta plus sine squared theta, which is 1. I hope it's clear. That's how we are supposed to use that trigonometric identity.